You guys, in regards to the Detroit Lions, you probably saw the news earlier today with Taylor Decker and then Rashawn Gary. Well, it looks like Brad Holmes, Detroit Lions, looks like they're not stopping with the Taylor Decker situation. It looks like the Taylor Decker situation may be a result of a conversation at around 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time today between Taylor Decker and the team. You already know that information. I'm not going to waste your time with it. Where it gets more intriguing is apparently shortly thereafter and before the Lions, Brad Holmes had conversations with a few other teams about a potential trade. It does seem like, from the bulk of everybody I've been able to reach out to while on vacation with Jen over there, and no, she's not looking into the Detroit Lions stuff. She's over it today. But it does seem like the Detroit Lions have had initial conversations about a trade. It makes a lot of sense with the New Orleans Saints. I do not know if it's for a specific player, draft picks, but if you look at the Saints salary cap situation and the fact that the Lions appear to be on the move to free up a lot of salary cap, the Saints make a whole lot of sense. Be my opinion, the Lions are not going to be able to trade up to the number 8 pick, so take that one off the board, unless it's something to do with Lions giving them a first, a second, or a ton of stuff. But it does seem like the Saints have some players they want to move. Detroit's trying to free up some cap space to acquire a said player and potentially a switch of draft picks. Where this is going to go, I don't know. It sounds like, from my sources, initial conversations were had between the Saints and the Lions and one other team. I have not been able to ascertain who that second team is. Taylor Decker's situation, I think we all get it. He played on one arm last year, gave it his all, but the Lions would be able to free up roughly $11 million in cap space. Letting go of Glasgow freed up $6 million in cap space. David Montgomery, trading him freed up anywhere from $3 to basically $5 million, depending on whose numbers you look at. So in essence, with just those moves, the Lions have freed up close to $20 million. You look at the Saints cap situation, they are way over the cap, and they're not the only team, but they are the team the Detroit Lions have spoken to about a potential acquiring a player or draft picks. I've not gotten specifics on that, so I can't speak to it. But if you're looking as to why Brad Holmes has made some of these moves in the last week with the trade, with the release of Glasgow, and now the pending, apparently, release, or you're going to have to take a much cheaper price, Taylor Decker, it sounds like the Lions are going to be one of the more active teams, even though we're all told press row, Super Bowl, what do you want to call it, Combine week and everything, the Lions were not going to be active. That does seem like it's going to be viewed in a week or two now as just misdirection by the Detroit Lions organization. Makes a lot of sense to me why the Lions would want to try to talk to the Saints, because they do have some younger players that are getting paid and a couple older players the Lions could absorb, make the team better, pick up maybe some later round picks in exchange, and or swapping of, I don't know, and I'm just throwing out there a second round pick. I don't have any information supporting that. That's just purely my guesswork, so take it with a grain of salt. Brad Holmes, we've all been waiting for the day he would make some aggressive moves. You know what? On the eve of free agency, we might just be seeing Brad Holmes make those aggressive moves. Stay tuned. I don't know if I'll be able to get you anything else today. If I hear from anybody else, he'll probably have to stay for the morning show. Jen is over there, less than happy with me for doing all these live casts while on vacation. But let's face it, it's almost free agency. And one thing, if you're a Lions fan, whether you like Brad Holmes or not, you've probably been waiting for the day to him start moving some draft picks into the middle of the table, some chips in the middle of the table, go all in. I don't know if we'll ever see the day he just says skip those picks, but it seems like he's getting closer and closer to pulling some sort of trigger on something. Stay tuned. Keep your notifications on my channel, whoever's channel, but I think we're going to see it in the next 48 hours. A whole lot of moves by this organization. Take care. See you all on the next Lions Talk Live.